a name, boss. I keep on moving forward, always getting closer. I march until it's over.
Hello, friends and allies, and welcome to the miniseries Zero to Gold. And in today's episode, I want to talk about some of the different hunting options which we have, and I will also talk about the upgrades which we will be making next on the character. So, the first step which we want to do is to get ourselves some heavy old tome and then go to ties to make sure that we can imbue. And we're also gonna start with some rope belts. And we have been hunting some elves, and we also have hunted some swamp trolls during the daily boosted creature. And we looted some medicine pouches. So we are going to be upgrading our next item, or rather imbuing it. So we are going to buy ourselves an Sauron helmet. I believe Sauron helmet is one of the best options to imbue first as a paladin, because here we will gain plenty of protection and we will also be using it a very long time. Physical protection is really important in the lower level ranges, since many creatures only deal physical. So I would prefer an Sauron helmet over an royal helmet for that instance. With our 5 heavy old tome, we are ready to go to the north of Ties to make sure that we can make some imbues. And I believe that Mana Leech is the very first imbue you should focus on as a paladin. And secondly, should be Vampirism. And I know that vampire thieves can be really cheap on certain servers, so you might considering buying Vampirism as well, as long as you can afford it. But for me, I believe that Mana Leech is the most important one, because we will be able to spam more healing spells and attack spells. What we want to do specifically is that we want to prolong the hunt as long as possible, because it's really annoying to be refilling too much. So here in the temple, we're just gonna say hi, temple, yes, and then we are going to be able to make the imbue. And I decided upon making the imbue here in Harbor Place 1 in Peloria. And unfortunately, I couldn't afford to make it 100%, but it was a 90% gamble, so I believe it's worth it. And we succeeded, which felt very great. It would be really annoying to be failing at 90%. But once again, I have failed so many times with a forge at 65%, so I wouldn't be surprised if I were a little bit unlucky. One more equipment upgrade will be next, and that is an upgrade which I totally forgot about, and that is buying an werewolf amulet and fuse it together with a moonlight crystal. And for 60 minutes we will have a really good amulet with a heavy amount of physical protection. And physical protection, as I stated before, is really important now in the beginning, because most of the monsters are dealing heavily towards the physical damage. So this upgrade is really important to make sure that you are safe. So where did I hunt to be able to afford these items? I tried primarily 3 areas to be going and hunting, and one was -1 in spikes. And here we were focusing especially the mummies, because here we wanted some embalming fluid. And secondly, we have some boosted creature of swamp troll, where we could get some medicine pouches. Since I hadn't finished the charm yet, I decided to go there a little. And elves in Jalahar with the elvish talisman is never a bad option until you finish that charm as well, with plenty of great profit. So during the daily boosted respawn of Swamp Troll, I was able to loot 19 medicine pouches during the 24-minute hunt. So we pretty much gained 70k profit for like 25 minutes of work. And we were also able to finish the Swamp Troll charm, which is also a nice addition. Another area which I have shown earlier is the foreign quarter here in Jalahar. And this area can't really be understated, because it's really close to the DP and you will be looting arrows. So here you can prolong your hunt really long, and each level takes only like 10 minutes still on a character like this with distance 110. And if we take a look to the left, we can see the loot analyzer. Here we can see how much Imbue items I looted during our hunt and how much Holy Orchard we looted as well. And you can see how much monsters we killed per hour here on the hunt analyzer. And I just took level 30, and that means that we can use avalanches and so on. And you also see that our next level will be taken in 16 minutes. So the experience here isn't bad either. For our next hunt, we're gonna be here in Casadon, and we're gonna be here in Spikes. You can start hunting here at level 25 plus until level 50, but we decided to go here when we hit level 30, because then we can start using some runes and avalanches and so on. And I decided that I will also change to sniper arrows. And the important thing when hunting here, if you want to go plus minus 0, and that is to focus areas where you will have mummies, where you can loot the flask of embalming fluid, which are needed for the death imbue. So I have decided upon a rotation where we will be focusing as much mummies and as possible, and all the other monsters will simply just be bonuses. And we will also bring a stealth ring for our protection. So what we want to do in an area like this is to play around with the stealth ring, and we want to gather as much monsters as possible close to each other. So we won't waste our runes, because the runes are really expensive. But it's also the runes which increase our profit and experience per hour. Because you need to kill monsters, you know, you can't kill them one by one and expect to have crazily good profit. You need to gather them and shoot avas. And I will also go for the sniper arrows to have some more damage. And remember that the mummies can see through the stealth ring, so be a little bit careful. The next goal for this character is to slowly be charm hunting in the new areas, and try to hunt areas where we will either drop imbue items or add-on items. And we will always make sure that we have some profit while hunting. It might be hard in certain areas, but then you need to adapt your hunting style to make sure that you're going plus minus 0. And the goal is to always upgrade our equipment. It would be nice to be with a pair of blue legs. We will need a composite hornbow at level 50, and we will need a master archer armor soon as well. So we will keep a look on our equipment, and we will constantly upgrade the equipment, and we will also try to get better imbues, because when we reach better imbues, that is when we are going to be making much more money as well. And I have also decided that I will make one video for each hunting area, so I can release them on Tibia.com, which will be a nice experience to see how it works. Thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys in the next video.